Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, let's see how eye contact is very much important when you make a conversation or when you do a presentation. Without any further ado, let's deep dive into the video. Mastering of an eye contact. Why eye contact is important when you do a conversation or when you do a presentation. The secret of an executive presence, because it practically helps us to have a command over what we speak or how we deliver content. Because eye contact is something that captures the people, that holds the people, and it's seizing the moment as well. So, how eye contact is very much important. Let's see in the forthcoming slides. The cost of avoiding the room. When a student or a person is feeling a little lost, or whenever he or she feels like I'm not so confident enough, so they tend to avoid the eye contact. So it is the behavior or attitude of the person who don't have the confidence. So in order to build the confidence, you should look into the eye of the people. Only then you know what they are reacting, whether are they understanding what you're speaking. So the floor gazer, single insecurity and a lack of preparation. The people who hadn't prepared properly or who feels insecure about themselves. As soon as you enter, first you have to scan the entire room. You have to read the room because you need to know what type of people who are sitting there, what kind of a mentality do they have. The slide reader, turning turning your back break the human connection. You become a narrator and a reader. So once you started looking into the notes what you have in your hand and you started reading it, you tend to become a person who is reading a news. Literally, prompting is there where you look at it and then you read it. That's how you become when you're having the notes in the hand and when you're delivering a speech without having an eye contact. There are few rules which you have to follow when it comes to the presentation. The first one is under 2 seconds, people actually feels whether is this person is having no knowledge or does this person possess any content inside him or her. All this is being judged by the way as soon as that you have entered. Within 2 seconds, people judge you from top to toe. Then with the 3 and 5 seconds, it's a golden time for you as soon as you enter, how you deliver your content, how you pull up your your voice, so which you capture and seize that moment by making the audience to look into you as a person and to listen to your speech. Next, the 6 second is just confronting them. So you can calculatively deal with these three, strategies. First, the very first second, you just enter, don't look nervous, just look confident and just stand there. The second, what you have to do is take the golden hour moment and just speak confidently and look into the eye of the people and talk. The strategy zone management. Before you step onto the stage, what are the things that you have to do? Map your audience. Not all the eyes carry equal weight. Allocate your gaze intentionally. So when you're going to present something, make sure that the person that you're looking into have a recipient or they reciprocate what you're trying to say. Try to have eye contact with such kind of a people. The decision makers are 40%, supporters are 30%, and peripheral are 30. So you can neglect the peripheral people who are juniors or who is not interested or who do not understand what you're trying to speak. Rather, you can concentrate on the people who has a decision making attitude and who would support you. So try to engage these two audiences so which your speech or your content that you're going to speak, it would be a hit. And decision makers, they are the one whom we have to engage. Why? Because they are the one who is going to listen and going to give an outcome of what you have spoken. So considerably you have to look into the people who supports you and decision makers. The advanced technique for the high stake of a momentum. First is triangle method. Look into the left eye, right eye, and then look into the mouth. Then again look into the eyes. So this you can do when you're doing a individual conversation. In case if you're hosting something as a meeting, so there you have to look into the people who are less with the pressure. Don't look into the people who has too much pressure because you will get back the same kind of an attitude. The backup wall trick. When it is a huge conference or huge hall, it's better that you look into the wall and then talk. So people tend to think that you're looking at the person who are at the back, and they don't know where your eye visions are. The last one is 80-20 percentage rule, which means you just look at the audience 80% and 20% you can look wherever that you want. So try to go with this flow. The rehearsal protocol. Before you step onto the stage, what you got to do? Skip the mirror. I wouldn't suggest you people to, look into the mirror and then talk, because in the mirror you can't see, you can't even see yourself. So it's better to avoid the mirror rehearsal. It's always better to record what you're going to speak and then see, because with which you can find what kind of a body gestures that you're giving and how your tone is, how your accent is, how far your audacity is. The last one is practice under pressure. So try to explain it to the people who are, give you a constructive criticism. So try to present with such kind of a people. Lead with your eye, close with your impact. So from the tag you can find that you lead your speech with eyes, and that would leave an impact once your speech is done. Your gaze is very much important. So you own the room, you take the leap, and ultimately that will become your signal. Thank you so much for watching this video. I believe that in this video you might have learned how eye contact is very much important when you give a speech, when you address a gathering, or when you host a meeting. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next video.